All right, today we are going on a journey. We're going to take a guided tour of an absolute classic, one of the most famous dungeons ever designed. The Caves of Chaos, straight out of the 1981 Dungeons & Dragons module, Keep on the Borderlands.
You know, for millions of people, this little booklet right here, this was their gateway into the world of fantasy role-playing. It was basically a masterclass for newbies, teaching you how to build a world full of danger and excitement, literally one room at a time.
So what's actually waiting inside these legendary Caves of Chaos? Well, it's this whole network of caves, right? And each one is home to a different tribe of monsters. For this explainer, we're going to zoom in and dissect just one of those layers. Why? Because it's like a perfect blueprint that shows us exactly how these early adventures were built to create that amazing mix of suspense, real challenge, and stories you'd never forget.
Okay, so our tour starts right at the entrance of the cave labeled B Orc Lair. And let me tell you, the designers do not mess around. From the very first step you take, they're setting a seriously chilling, absolutely unmistakable tone.
Imagine you're an adventurer walking up to this cave. This is the first thing you see. It's not just some random cave entrance, right? No, it's this incredibly specific, grisly display. And it's all designed to hit you with this immediate sense of dread. It's a brutal, in-your-face warning. The orcs who live here mean business.
But here's what's so cool about this design. That horror? It's not just for show. Take a look at the map. See how all these different layers are kind of crammed together? That gruesome wall of skulls is actually a super clever piece of camouflage.
And this is just brilliant. It really shows how layered the design is. You've got this atmospheric detail, the heads on the wall, that's also a tactical challenge. See? There's a live orc watcher hiding among those skulls, his head just blending in with all the ghastly trophies. He's just waiting to get the jump on you and sound the alarm.
All right, so let's move on. Let's say you're smart enough or lucky enough to get past that hidden guard. What's next? Well, you step into the common areas of the lair, and this is where you get a really fascinating glimpse into how this orc tribe actually lives.
So the module paints this picture of a really communal, almost Spartan life. You've got this big banquet area, a common room for pretty much the whole tribe, males, females, even the young ones. And all the furnishings, the module says it's all shabby, nothing valuable. It's all about function, survival, and being ready for a fight. You can bet their weapons are well maintained and always close by. But okay, if you push deeper, you get past all those common areas and you find the most dangerous part of this whole lair. We're talking about the personal sanctum of the orc leader. Yep, this is your classic boss room. And the book makes it so clear. This guy is not your average orc. Just look at the numbers. His hit dice, which is basically a quick way to measure how tough a monster is, it's 4 times higher than his guards. And check this out. He has 3 times the hit points. That means he can take way more punishment before he goes down. This isn't just a slightly tougher bad guy. He's a whole different level of threat.
And his room is totally different from the rest of the lair. Remember how everything else was shabby? Well, his room has carpets and tapestries, clear signs of status. But more importantly, he's not alone. Oh no, he's got 2 mates with him, and the module makes a point of saying they fight just as hard as any of the male warriors. So you're not just fighting one boss, you're fighting 3.
So here's the crucial point, right? A powerful leader means there's got to be some valuable loot nearby. But hey, this is a classic dungeon crawl. You know the rules. The real treasure is never just sitting out in the open for you to grab.
So where did he hide it? This is where the module gives you a perfect little dungeon puzzle. It's not some super complex riddle you have to solve. It's really just a test of observation. It's designed to reward the players who are actually listening and paying attention to the details of the room.
And the secret is hidden in plain sight. It's actually in a little side note, in parentheses, that's so easy to miss if you're not careful. The treasure isn't in some big, obvious chest. Nope, it's hidden behind one of those tapestries in his room, in a little secret cave. It's a total classic, and it's done perfectly here.
So what do you find in that hidden cave? A locked iron chest, of course. Inside, there's a nice pile of coins, copper, silver, gold, even platinum, and some valuable gems. But the real prize, the jackpot, it's a magic scroll, a scroll of fireball. For a group of low-level adventurers, a fireball spell is an absolute game changer. I mean, that's the kind of thing that can completely turn the tide in your next big fight.
Okay, so let's zoom back out for a second. We've just walked through one pretty small cave system.
But the way this single location is designed, it basically gives us the fundamental formula for how to create a really compelling adventure.
This one lair, it's like a perfect little miniature version of early D&D design. Think about it. It's a complete story arc. Step 1, you set the atmosphere with those gruesome skulls. Step 2, you build the challenge, from that tricky hidden guard to the room full of orcs. Step 3, you get a climax, that final tough battle with the leader. And finally, step 4, you get a reward, a secret treasure that makes all that risk feel totally worth it.
And that is why these early modules are so timeless. It's this beautiful, elegant structure. The risk keeps going up, but the reward is meaningful. This is what got millions of people totally hooked on the idea of adventure. It's a formula that always leaves you with that one big question. What amazing secrets are waiting just behind the next door?